Hello, everyone. I am Amisha Dhawan, your host for today, and welcome to today's masterclass. In today's masterclass, we have Vivek Agarwal, who's the VP of Engineering here at Razorpay, and he's going to cover the 101 of building agile teams and systems for D2C engineering excellence. Now, before we start, I would just like to highlight that we have a dedicated Q&A section towards the end of the call. So if you have any questions for Vivek, please drop them on chat, and Vivek will be answering them right at the end of the masterclass. Over to you, Vivek.
Thank you, Amisha. It is great to be part of the D2C event. And I'll start quickly by recapping my career. So I started my career in 2007. I worked for IBM Software Labs for close to 3.5 to 4 years. There I got exposed to the hardware systems and worked on the operating system. 2010 is when I got bitten by the startup bug. I went to an early age startup. I worked there for close to 4 years. This was basically on working on the 3DS protocols, which actually powers billions of card transactions in our country. And this was a very good scale to see at that point of time. 2014 was the time when most of the startups started happening in India, and I moved to Flipkart. In Flipkart, I worked on the products for the support teams, where actually we had a good visibility on how the customer experience works for the Flipkart, how Flipkart looks after their customers, what are the different products we need to invest in. 16 and 17, I spent time in Ola, building the Ola Money. This was another fintech stint which I did. 2017 is I joined Razorpay, and I joined Razorpay was very early in stage with hardly 30 people in the team. And here I am after 7 years at Razorpay. If you briefly look after the experience, right, I worked for quite a few startups at very, very early stage. So the idea of having this session is, with my experiences, I will try to walk through a few of my learnings, what are the best practices to do, and hope you find it useful and make your life much, much easier. We'll move to the next one. Just talking about a little bit about Razorpay. We have built the products to power the money movements of the ecosystem. So if you look at 2014 is the time when we actually started and we built the core PG platform to make payments. 2016 is the time we built additional products over it, like the payment links reporting and the business intelligence. 2018 is when we added another product in our suite called Razorpay X. We built additional payment gateway products, current accounts, subscriptions, and Smart Collect. I'll not talk about 2018 and beyond. The reason being that the next few slides of the conversations of today masterclass will limit to the learnings what happened between the 14 and the 18, and that hopefully you find relevant. Foundations of D2C engineering excellence. So while this masterclass is about leveraging technologies, mostly I'll be focusing on the areas where the technology needs to be invested. I want you folks to take 10 seconds, read this again and again, and reflect back on this one. Customer is the king, product is the leverage, technology is the enabler, which means a lot of times I hear people talking about building tech-savvy solutions, great technology solutions, but all of these solutions are to build great products, right? Technology is the way to reach the customer. So if I have to put this, technology helps to build great products for our consumer and iterate much faster over it. So with this note, we'll move ahead. I'm pretty sure most of the people in this masterclass would be aware of this journey. They are at different stages of this journey right now. This is a PMF first scale. And what is a PMF, right? Product market fit is basically the product which has been validated by the market. And it actually helps you to scale further. Now, even before you reach a PMF, you actually do a MVP. MVP is a very basic version of your product, which helps you validate market conditions, right? How the feedback from the market is. So if I go quickly through the slides over here, the first one is validation of the idea. The thing is that we find the problem statement, what we are trying to solve. we actually go deep into the problem statement and try to see what is that, how we are trying to solve, what is that we want to build to solve for it. Second is to identify the market, right? What is the total addressable market? Out of that addressable market, what is the market you want to tackle to or you solve for? That is your market size. Identify the market size. The third is the research the customers, right? So you need to have a collect feedback from various resources to understand what is that you need to build, right? What is that is going to solve the problems. The fourth to fifth stage is basically the building the MVP, right? Very basic version of the product, right? A lot of feedbacks are taken into the next stages. Test, iterate multiple times to understand what happens, right? How the product looks like. One of the philosophies or one of the logics a lot of people use to understand whether they have hit the MVP is the Sean Ellis test, where if 40% of your customers are saying they'll be very disappointed if this product is discontinued. If you have hit that, you have hit the PMF and you're ready to scale. But 4 to 6 is the majority duration where there is a lot of pivoting happening, a lot of iteration happenings on the product builds. And this is the area which we are going to talk in the later slides today. This is the area where most of the work happens. Scale will invest a little bit time if time permits, but 4 to 6 is the major area we are going to focus on. Let's start with the first poll. Okay. So if you look at the poll results, right, there are various factors which actually the startup founders have a leverage, which the other enterprises don't have the leverage, right? And I believe execution and ability to iterate faster is the key. However innovative your products are, if you are not able to iterate faster or execute faster, somebody else will. So while ideas are good, the idea is to execute them faster. And the tools what we are going to talk about will enable you to execute faster. Building the first engineering team. Before I go into the different products, different technology investments, I would definitely want to set apart, right, what actually builds a team. The team is the first important thing. So hire the right team and trust them with the vision. People will do awesome job in delivering top experience. What is the right team? Right? The right team constitutes of people who are actually motivated, who have a vision, who can actually go above and beyond to do things, who can wear multiple hats. So a developer can act as a product manager, he can act as a support agent, he can act as a sales agent, he can develop and write code, he can have customer interactions to understand their pain points. That's the kind of people, right, traditionally works well. If you are very early age startup, you want to start up something new, you can start with a contract firm, right, borrowing a couple of people from there, or you can actually go and hire freshers from colleges. But my recommendation, since this is a masterclass, what I will try to make is, while you are trying to work with a lot of interns and few freshers, look to hire somebody senior. And this senior person depends on the journey where you are. If you are into journey of 4 to 6, what I spoke about, my recommendation will be to hire somebody with an experience of 5 to 8 to 10 years who has gone through this journey, right? Who has seen a 0 to 1 journey of scaling up a product. Vision, coming to the trust, right? Trust is very important to enable teams to do their job efficiently and effectively. Trust also directs team with very little oversight and empower people to work together, collaborate more often, and give awesome results. The third one is the vision, right? Vision brings direction and clarity to the people. Right? If you see, if the people are aligned and motivated, right, they work for a common purpose. There is a common purpose they are looking for. And when they are aligned to a common purpose, they deliver great results. And I strongly believe, and this I have seen in my multiple startups journey as well, that if we have the right team and we are able to drive that right team with the trust and the vision, right, People do amazing job in delivering experience. They go beyond, right? They look what the customer wants, and they are able to create delight, which is much more than experience. Let's go to the second poll. This question actually reflects about the challenges, or the thought process, right, which is in a lot of the founders' mind. Okay. Now, I think all the options are valid, right? Those are the questions most of the folks are actually thinking about. But let's go through these tools and technologies, right? You will see that a lot of these are products and not tech stacks, what I'm talking about. And the reason for doing so is because your money needs to spend in the right areas, right? Where the technology investment needs to go, you need to understand. While we want to build a lot of solutions, but these are the 6 areas where your money should go in terms of technology. And these are the tools which will help you to enable to execute much, much faster. I will go through each one of them one by one, but let's start with the first one. Website and mobile app. Right? Why are those important? So with a lot of frauds going on, right, and you folks would be aware, a lot of times happen, merchant sells you something, you make a payment, and then the goods don't get delivered. Because of this, the consumers are not okay to go to a brand and purchase which they are not aware of. So website helps you to build a customer relationship and a lot of brand trust with them. Websites also helps you to control the customer experience, from the design to the messaging to the product descriptions to the checkout. It helps you to build a brand identity and connect with the merchants as well, right? You can communicate the value of the products, what you are actually showcasing there. So if you have to build a website, right, you want to make a lot of updates. You want to update what you are selling on the website, right? You want to update the catalogs, SKUs, and all. So you should choose something, right, which is very easy to do by the ops folks and without requiring a lot of tech investment or IT needs. The website should also be able to scale post PMF. You don't want to hit a PMF and then revamp the entire website. That's not what you want to do. So there are a lot of tools. There's a lot of CMS tools like WooCommerce, Shopify. We provide you no-code tools to actually build websites. Mobile app is also very important. If your business scales into tier 2 and tier 3, I think mobile plays a very larger role. We'll look in the further slides in terms of how the different aspects of CRM or marketing automation helps you leverage mobile better, right? In terms of reaching out to those consumers, running targeted campaigns, a lot of offers. So mobile app is also very, very important for tier 2 and tier 3 cities specifically. E-commerce storefront. This is I think one of the complex pieces out of the 6 pieces what I'm going to talk about. E-commerce storefront actually is a platform which helps you to sell directly to the consumers without a third-party intervention. It helps you to build customer relationship and control the shopping experience of the merchants, right? So you can actually create how the customer comes onto the website, right? What are the different areas? How does he navigate the website? What is his purchase history? You can actually look at all of these through and control how it looks like. And with the e-commerce storefront integration with different tools, right? Payment systems, checkout systems, cart systems, right? It helps you build a very, very customized view of the journey of the consumer on your platform. Now, there are a lot of self-hosted tools which helps you to build a storefront. Like we have WooCommerce, Magento is there, PrestaShop is there. But since this is one of the pieces which helps you to drive a lot of customizations, a lot of people actually choose to go self-hosted also versus cloud-hosted. Now, if you have to go self-hosted versus cloud-hosted, there are a few parameters we should ideally look for. One of the parameters is cost. If you are going self-hosted, that means you are investing in technology on your side. There will be money required for that, but you should not do it unless you see volumes, right? Self-hosted only makes sense if you have volumes. The second factor is the competence. If you have a strong tech co-founder, I would recommend to go via self-hosted, because that will give you an ability in some point of time to scale very well. But if you don't have it, recommendation will always be to go with a cloud hosted to start with. The third part is customizations. Since self-hosted, you are building everything from scratch, it will take time, it will involve cost as well. If you go cloud hosted, then customizations are easier. You get a lot of templatized frameworks to buy from or to work on. The fourth one is definitely performance or system performance tuning. In self-hosted, since the self-hosted is in your control, you can actually performance tune it much well. While in cloud hosted, you get very little options to fine tune it as per your needs. I'll very quickly show you a very simple diagram of a storefront. I don't want to complicate this, but let's keep it very simple. There is a web app, there is a mobile app. Forget the API gateway. Look at the different components there, right? One is catalog. What is a catalog? Catalog is a list of SKUs or list of inventories what you want to sell. Now, list of inventories could be changing every day, right? It could be you want to add a new inventory, you want to remove an inventory, you want to change prices of the inventory. So that is what the catalog service does. There's a shopping cart and the discounting. In the shopping cart and discount, you can go give customized offers to the customers, right? If a person drops at the cart, you can do retargeting campaigns at it. Ordering system is your order management system. It's your entire supply chain management systems. So all of this fits into your storefront, right? So this is a very simple diagram of how a storefront looks like. I will quickly move to the next one. CRM. A customer relationship management is one of the most important things which helps you drive a lot of personalized customer experience, because in the CRM, you have the data of understanding what the customer journeys have been, which are the pages the customer has coming in, what is he buying, what is his total spend on your platform, where he is actually not going deep into the products. Leveraging all of this data, you can run very customized offer or recommendations, right, for that particular merchant, consumer. And it helps to increase conversions for you. With the CRM also, you can have a lot of customer retention and you can automate the entire life cycle. You can do the onboarding phase of it. You can do the post follow-ups on the purchase. You can do targeting campaigns again, right, to have a low retention cost around it. CRM also enables you to make a data-driven decision making, right? As I told, you have a lot of data around it, right? So how do you figure out what are the products which are clicking? What are the products which are not working out? Or the feature of the product not working out? You will also get a lot of idea on the growth of the product or ideas for the new product, what you want to solve for. So a lot of data around the CRM helps you with that. CRM also helps. So what kind of CRM you should look for? So you should look for some CRM which have a strong data management practices, including accurate data entry, regular updates, and maintains the data hygiene, right? Otherwise, you can have a lot of wrong data. You can have compliance issues as well if the data is not fed in properly or gets leaked. A couple of companies which does pretty well is HubSpot and Salesforce. And this is how a typical CRM looks like, right? If you look at this, you have a total customers which has come on your platform in the last 24 hours. It tells you about the new customers in the last 24 hours. And you can do a repeat customers as well. You have a churn rate. The average time, the last one is the average session, which is the average time a consumer spends on your website or the storefront, which is 4 minutes. You have demographics data, which countries, you have data by age. If you go below, you are able to see each of the customer IDs. And if you go into the customer, you will be able to see much more details. This will help you to drive a lot of input in terms of your product and the next ways, right? What is that you need to build in your roadmap as well? So this is what CRM helps with. Now, marketing automation. Marketing automation is very similar to, few pointers are very similar to CRM because both are based on data. Both gives you a lot of valuable insights to drive your business. But they are distinct in terms of the use cases. While CRM is mostly targeting to your customer acquisitions, retentions, and all of those, marketing automation is basically to drive traffic at scale. So CRM is for the consumer, marketing automation is increasing your business at scale. So with marketing automation, you can actually do a personalized customer engagement at scale. So if you identify a cohort, right, with this automation, you can actually do a lot of social media campaigns, email campaigns, WhatsApp campaigns, run across all of them and target them. If you spend your buck on marketing automation, you can actually improve efficiency and save cost as well, because there's a lot of repetitive tasks like social media campaigns are running, lead nurturing has to happen. All of this can be automated using marketing automation. And the money what we save here can be used to leverage growth in your products and the energy over there as well. Again, marketing automation gives you a lot of data-driven insights and optimizations. For example, I'll take, right? If people are coming on your website and dropping it after 2 clicks or 2 pages, right? Then you know that something is wrong in that funnel, right? Something is not working out. So that is one insights, right? It also gives you insights of what cohorts of the people are actually liking your product, not liking your product, and retarget them. For this marketing automation to work well, as I told, it integrates well with CRM because that's the abundance of data what is over there. In India, Mo Engage, Web Engage, Clever Tabs works very well, and those are the preferred choices for most of the D2C brands. A brief snippet into the marketing automation, how it looks like. So if you see, you have contact by label, you have deals by pipeline at different stages. You have deals won versus lost. You have segments, right? You have campaigns. If you click on those, you will get details into the campaigns. You have different activities and leads over there, different automations, what are there. So this actually gives you a very complete view of where your money into the marketing automation needs to spend, right? Which are the areas which are working well, which are the areas not working well, and that where your money needs to be spent. So this is what the marketing automation will help you save money on. Chatbots AI, this is one of the heavier pieces as well. Why chatbot AI chatbots are needed? I think chatbots provide you 24/7 support. A lot of people coming onto your platform need shopping assistants. They need very basic queries which chatbots can answer round the clock, giving a very satisfied customer to you. It streamlines of operations and save a lot of cost. The reason being, there are a lot of repetitive tasks which happens, right? That FAQs needs to be answered, status of an order needs to be processed or answered, refund needs to be processed. All of this can be taken by the chatbots very, very easily, saving you a lot of number of dollars into the support. Chatbots can also enable personalized shopping experience. Again, going back to the targeting campaigns and the retargeting campaigns, if I am able to identify, right, what a merchant needs is, the chatbot can actually go and proactively communicate to the consumer of, this is what we have for you, this is what we can offer you, why don't you go back and shop with us? Now, while we have heard a lot of buzz around Gen AI and all of those things, my recommendations would be go for something very basic, which actually runs on the rules and the API-based engines to start with. As you scale, you need to invest in LLMs and Gen AI to give more personalized and accurate solves for your consumers. I'll very briefly touch around what does platform like chatbots do, right? So this is a chatbot, for example. There is a server, forget the server. The different components, what it speaks are knowledge search, document files, Q&A. You can expose the FAQs to it. You can expose your data stores, all the data to it. The server will also talk to the OpenAI external world. And with all of these, it will figure out what is the natural language answer it needs to give to the consumer, which is very generic in nature. So this is what the capability of a Gen AI is. But to start with, I would recommend to invest in chatbots to start with. I will walk you through a very great example of what we are trying to do at Razorpay. This is something which I'm very passionate about. I will show you a very brief video about it. And it's not a D2C use case, but it actually helps if we are able to solve this, right? What are the kind of operational overhead we can go out with, right? Just play the video.
Razorpay का उपयोग कहाँ करेंगे? मैं फेसबुक पर चिक्की बेचता है। समझ गया। आप सोशल मीडिया पर उपयोग करेंगे। अगले कदम पर बढ़ते हैं, जारी रखें बटन पर क्लिक करें। अब अपना फेसबुक पेज का लिंक डालें। अब अपना इंस्टाग्राम पेज का लिंक डालें।
भाई मेरे को इंस्टाग्राम पसंद नहीं, मैं वो यूज नहीं करता।
कोई बात नहीं, अगले कदम पर बढ़ते हैं, जारी रखें बटन पर क्लिक करें।
भाई यहाँ पर क्या करना है?
आपका व्यवसाय किस प्रकार का है?
भाई अपन तो खुद से ही अपना धंधा चलाता है।
समझ गया, आपने इंडिविजुअल व्यवसाय प्रकार चुना है। अगले कदम पर बढ़ते हैं, जारी रखें बटन पर क्लिक करें।
भाई ये बिजनेस कैटेगरी में क्या सिलेक्ट करना है?
आपका व्यवसाय किस श्रेणी में आता है?
भाई मैं तो होममेड चिक्की बेचता हूँ।
समझ गया, आपने फूड एंड बेवरेज श्रेणी चुनी है। अब अपने व्यवसाय की उपश्रेणी चुनें।
भाई तेरे को बोला तो था, मैं फेसबुक पे ऑनलाइन चिक्की बेचता हूँ।
समझ गया, आपने ऑनलाइन फूड ऑर्डरिंग उपश्रेणी चुनी है। अब बताएं कि आप रेजरपे का उपयोग कहां करेंगे।
So what you saw is the power of the entire architecture, what I'm showing over here. This is very powerful and save you thousands and millions of dollars in terms of cost when you scale. Let's go to the sixth and one of the most lighter components of a D2C tools. Why A/B testing? A/B testing is a testing methodology where you want to ramp up a feature, you want to do it faster, but you are not confident or you want to have a learning through that particular feature. How that feature is doing into the market, should you roll it out 100% or not? That is when you take the feature through a A/B testing. It gives you a very optimized customer experience because you are not exposing it to 100% of the merchant set. You are exposing it to very little targeted set of consumers so that you get a right feedback about the product. Definitely, there is a reduced risk since you have not exposed to the 100% of the merchants. And you can make a data-driven decision in terms of what it takes to make that product better. I'll give you a very brief example in terms of, let's say I want to change my checkout page, right? I will put few elements around here and there, right, to understand if the new checkout page is working better or not, right? And with the CTAs, with the journeys, what the people would happen, I will have a good sense of where the drop-offs are happening, or is the new checkout page improving my conversions or not. Right? So it's easy to maintain, easy to create. There are a lot of cloud-hosted solutions as well for it. You can choose one of them, and it is easy to build in-house itself, even if you have a small team working. So if you look very simply, A and B are two different features. Let's say A is a new feature which we are trying to launch. The feature is there, it gets exposed to few folks. The people who go through A/B testing, there is 17% conversion, while the existing feature B had a conversion of 24%, right? This actually tells that the new page which I was trying to launch on my website will decrease my conversion. So it's not a good option to go. And then you can iterate around it multiple times to have this kind of feedback. You can start as small as, let's say, 1% of the customers having exposed to A. So this is what A/B testing will enable us to iterate much faster. Okay, we have gone through a lot of things in the last few minutes. I will quickly do a quick summarization of it. Keep it simple. Okay? Don't try to do something which is not required at this point of time. When the time is right, you folks will definitely figure it out what the next step, but do it simple, not build for 3 years in future or 2 years in future as well for now. Leverage data to personalize. I think we have spoken around more than half of the slides around data, how data will equip you to make better decisions, iterate much faster on it. So ensure that you are working on how to actually take the data and make it useful. Start with a single system, which we call a monolith, helps to iterate faster. Choose a system which actually have both backend and front-end capabilities so that you don't have to have multiple tech stacks around it. It's an easier way to start. Most of the startups started like that before they actually fanned out into multiple services. Processes can wait. While you will have some processes, but if you don't need a process, don't build it. Processes slow you down, right? And I'm talking about an early stage of that journey, 4 to 6, which I showed earlier. So processes can wait. If they can wait, please let them wait. Leverage cloud solutions like AWS, GCP, Azure for most of the use cases. If you're trying to build something technical, I would recommend you leverage services which already give you those capabilities rather than building in-house. Cloud solutions and managed solutions are much better currently. So we should leverage them and use our energy of the tech to focus on product more and not build tech solutions. Leverage no code apps much more. There are a lot of no code tools into the market. There are a lot of platforms which provide you no code capabilities to build things. Leverage them pretty well. A lot of companies are coming out with great ideas around low code or no code. The last one is build metrics to measure tech health. While tech health is important to measure, but what kind of tech health to measure, what not to measure, it is again a discretion at what point of journey you are, right? So for example, if you're at an MVP stage, you can iterate faster. You don't have to worry about a lot of tech health, right? Systems going here and there is fine. P2, P3 bugs is fine, right? But let's say if you have hit a PMF, right, and you want to scale, at that point of time, you will try to build a lot of metrics around it, right? To ensure that your systems are available, right? It's visible to everyone. You are able to detect issues faster. So at different stages, define metrics, iterate over those metrics as time progresses. But my recommendation is once you have defined the metrics, please ensure that we monitor those metrics as well. You don't want to be in a state where your product is going well into the market and suddenly we realize, okay, some of the functionalities have not been working. So this is a quick summarization. I'll be taking more Q&A also later on this. Now, as we scale. So while I spoke about 2018, what we have done, we went into 2020. We launched a lot of new products around instant settlement, corporate credit cards. Payroll was one new addition to the family. We launched products working with banks around Mandate HQ and Token HQ. 2022, we acquired a lot of D2C entities like Razorpay, POS solutions, Poshwine, we came forward with. Magic Checkout, we came for the D2C brands. Smart routing is one of the things which helps you have better success or conversion rates. 2023 is when we actually acquired gifting and the Bilme companies, which actually again helps on the customer acquisition retention cost. So, and we also launched a D2C platform, right, in 2023. So there are a lot of booths already, I'm pretty sure, in the forum. But in this masterclass, I would briefly touch upon the different D2C stack products, what we have, right? And that how they can actually make your life very simpler and easier. So Magic Connect is a comprehensive WhatsApp solution, which actually helps you with marketing, commerce, and customer support as well. Any of the D2C businesses can go, they can reach out to their consumer by broadcast. They can set up an entire store into a WhatsApp itself and streamline support queries, right? This will build great customer satisfaction. Razorpay Promised and Trusted Batch is another product which actually give a sense of security to our consumers, to the merchants who are coming on our platforms. This helps in a faster dispute resolutions as well. Magic X is a one-click checkout product for Shopify Plus merchants. This helps in 5x faster conversion rates and helps to have a frictionless, seamless payments. Razorpay Direct. Razorpay Direct is another product with Shopify, which is very native built for a direct credit card transactions. So it's a native in-app direct credit card transactions. The conversion rates are very higher because since it's native, the chances of failure is very less for it. Again, give us 2x speed in terms of conversion. COD to prepaid is another facility where we do remarketing with our customers to actually convert a COD payment to a prepaid payment, so that they are not they can go away with the hassles of money exchanges with the delivery partners. Loyalty wallet is another wallet solutions which actually can be used by the D2C brands to help retention of the customers. The cashbacks and the refunds can actually go into this wallets, which can be leveraged for the customer retention. Gift card management system is again issuance and distribution of gift cards. You can distribute gift cards using this platform, so that again retention and acquisition of the customers, giving them offers via this platform. Affordability widget is also one of the products where all the pay later options and the offers come as a widget, right? It is very customized and very targeted to a specific set of customers, so that the conversion rates, it helps with the increment in the conversion rates of that particular order. So while these are the few D2C stack products, there are multiple other products also. Go to our booths or the resource center, you will find a lot of other products which will help to make your life easier. So at Razorpay, we continue to pursue our mission. One of our mission is also to make lives of D2C brands much, much easier. It is still day one for us. Thank you. Thanks for the patience of listening to me.
Thank you for the session, Vivek. I'm sure that you were the much needed tech co-founder for the many startup founders and aspiring founders that we have today in this call. I have a few questions from the audience for you.
Sure.
So number one, if you were to start a D2C brand today, which industry or product would you pick?
Oh.
And it can't be a tech product.
Okay. Yeah. So D2C. So I will actually start something in the manufacturing, and specifically related to creating a clothing brand, apparel brand. I'll tell my specific reasons, and this is very personal reasons to me. One of the definite reasons is I do understand this market well because of my history, right? My family is into this business, so it will give me a lot of headspace with other competitors in it, because I understand the market, how it works, what are the challenges in this market, what it takes to actually build a brand. So I think one of the choices would be that, if on my top of my head.
Very interesting. The second question we have is, what's the role of a tech co-founder, especially in industries that are not so tech heavy? So maybe like clothing, as you said.
Yeah. I think it gives a different perspective to think through, right? What are the different kinds of challenges that can be solved? So if you look at the 6 aspects what I spoke about, right? Most of them are applicable to all industries if you want to scale at some point of time, right? We are not building something in technologies, great technologies, right? We spoke about websites. So even if I have to build a clothing brand, I will have to think about websites. The question is that if I am a tech co-founder, there is a tech co-founder, he'll be able to think sharply what it takes to build a website, how faster we can build, iterate over it, so, and what's the maintenance cost over it. Similarly, CRM will be very, very beneficial, because if you are selling anything into the D2C space, right, you want to understand your consumers, right? What are the repeat customers coming to you? What is the purchase order of a customer, right? What kind of different challenges they are facing, delivery issues, which we spoke about. So all of these things, what I spoke about, gets enabled for D2C brands, not into a tech space. Let me put it this way.
Got it. But it seems like, having a tech co-founder is important, because of course there's a vision and there are a lot of decisions that need to be taken, which brings me to the third and last question. What are your recommendations to companies who are starting and have no tech co-founder? And possibly this is someone who doesn't come from a tech background at all.
Sure. I don't think a tech co-founder is important.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Let me put it this way. I don't think a tech co-founder is necessary. Right? It is good to have. Right? But a lot of companies have done well without a tech co-founder, where let's say a senior tech guy joins later into the stages of the company as well, right? Again, as I mentioned, to start with, we can actually start with a senior guy of 5 to 8 years, right, who can join not as a co-founder, but let's say after 6 to 8 months into the company as well, right? But you will definitely need a strong tech guy when you want to scale, right? So I don't think tech co-founder is a necessary things to actually start a D2C brand. But it is good to have, and there are a lot of ways you can do, right? There are a lot of consultants who are going to help you out around all of these things, right? To build, what to build, when to build, and all of those stuff.
And do you have any last tips for our audience on how to be hiring your first tech team? Because I remember when we were chatting offline, you spoke about equity-driven hiring.
Yes.
So any tips around that?
So I think while we spoke about what is the right kind of team to hire, right? We should have also spoken about, right, what is in it for those individuals, right, to come and work for a D2C brand. So these are generally, right, whatever qualities we spoke about are generally smart guys, right? And these smart guys needs to have something for them to get invested into that company or that role as well, right? So I think I believe key vision will definitely drive that thing. And a lot of equity hiring, right? Your hiring should be based, while it is cash is there, it should be equity driven hiring for the first set of folks or the senior folks, so that they are invested into the company. So that's my take on the hiring for the first few folks.
Got it.
Right.
Thank you so much, Vivek. I think that brings us to the end of the session. I hope you all found the session really insightful. And as I said, Vivek did act as a tech co-founder for you during the session. So you can, of course, go to our resource section if you want to read more about the D2C stack that Razorpay has to offer. And hopefully we can enable you better to build products for your customers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Amisha, and thank you.